This man walks into a bank to rob it, but the cashier hands him Japanese yen. Quentin gets furious and yells, "I only want euros." The cashier explains that this is a currency exchange office and that he can get euros at the bank across the street. So Quentin immediately walks into that bank. What he doesn't realize is that he has just entered the country's central bank. Within minutes, a huge number of police officers arrive. Panicking, Quentin runs into a nearby movie theater. A movie is already playing, and by pure coincidence, it's his favorite animated movie, Ice Age. So instead of running away, he sits down and starts watching the movie. The police eventually find him, but Quentin is so absorbed in the film that he doesn't even want to leave. Soon, Quentin is sent to prison. His cellmate is eating cookies. Quentin keeps asking him, "What are you eating? What flavor is it? Where did you buy them?" His cellmate gets so annoyed that he wants to beat him up. Suddenly, an alarm goes off, but when he tries to hit Quentin, his punches keep landing on Quentin's thick helmet. The prison guard starts thinking Quentin has a mental problem, so he calls in a psychiatrist. During the examination, Quentin keeps trying to catch a fly. Eventually, he annoys the doctor so much that the doctor tells the warden Quentin doesn't have a mental illness. He's just incredibly stupid. Over the next few days, Quentin gets several different cellmates, and every single one of them becomes completely fed up with him. Finally, the warden decides to put Quentin in a cell with Ruby. Ruby is a notorious killer. He had stolen a gangster's girlfriend along with 20 million euros. The warden desperately wants to know where Ruby hid the money, but ever since arriving at the prison, Ruby hasn't said a single word. The moment Quentin enters the cell, he starts asking Ruby questions about his name, his job, his hobbies, and even his zodiac sign. Ruby doesn't react at all. Quentin keeps talking. He talks all the way until night. He assumes Ruby is listening to everything, but when Quentin turns around, he realizes Ruby has tried to take his own life. Quentin becomes deeply upset because very few people ever sit quietly and listen to him. Then a guard tells him Ruby survived and is being treated at the hospital, so Quentin decides to imitate Ruby and hurts his own wrist. That's how the two of them end up in the same hospital room. Ruby tells a doctor that he'll pay him 1 million euros if he helps him escape. The doctor immediately agrees, but Quentin follows them too. And just like that, the two escape together. However, the gangsters' men soon track Ruby down. Just when things get dangerous, Quentin knocks out two of the gangsters and saves Ruby. Ruby then steals a police car and turns on the police lights. The officers standing along the road see the flashing lights and salute them, completely unaware of what's happening. The two men hide out in a hotel. Quentin says they're finally free and suggests that they should open a bar together. But Ruby says there's one thing he has to do first. He needs to kill the gangster. That night, Quentin secretly uses Ruby's phone to call the gangster and reveal Ruby's location. The next day, Ruby goes after the gangster to get his revenge. Meanwhile, Quentin gets brutally beaten by two gangsters. Then the truth comes out. Quentin deliberately revealed Ruby's location. He wanted to lure the gangster's men toward himself so Ruby could get his revenge more easily. Just then, Ruby returns. He knocks both gangsters unconscious. And once again, Quentin's ridiculous plan actually works.